friends, welcome to the Lori Lulu Crochet Podcast, episode 149. My name is Lori, and I live in the Chicago suburbs with my husband Ryan, and I love to crochet, and I love to knit, and I love to cross stitch, and you can find all of that yarny fiber goodness on my social media, which is linked down below. Sorry, I'm distracted by all this stuff. So yeah, you can find all of that social media linked down below in the description box. Any patterns I talk about, I will link those as well. Trying to remember everything. Yeah, I think that's it. All the fancy yarns I talk about will be linked down below as well. Let me just say, I'm going to start off by saying I'm very discombobulated right now. It's very hot. It's a lot cooler outside, but with the humidity, it's bad. And also, I have recorded this video once before. So, it is now Monday evening. I just got home from work, trying to cool off, but I had to turn the window unit off. So it's going to get hot in here, and I'm going to get even more sweaty than I already am. And it's going to storm. So, anyway. But Saturday, I decided to test out a new toy. Ryan and I have discussed vlogging our upcoming trip, which is this week. And I use this camera that I bought off of Amazon. Great reviews. Tons of great reviews on this thing. I then go plug it in. Out of the 7 videos, which I didn't realize it had stopped recording through one of my videos and then started up again. Of those 7 videos, 5 of them were corrupted and I could not use them. So my whole so ever since then I've been panicking, like, how am I going to fix this? I will be just so heartbroken and so upset if I come back from vacation and realize none of our videos worked. Like, what am I going to do? So I'm returning the camera. I'm going to take it back. And I'm going to make sure my phone is clear and has enough room to vlog our vacation. And so my trusty phone hasn't let me down. Especially this new one, has not let me down. So, that is what we're going to do. With that out of the way, welcome. So, how's everybody been? You doing okay? I'm alright, I really am. I told Ryan, once I decided, like, let's just return the camera, I feel a lot more at peace about things. Still panicking a little bit because I'm going to a new place that I've never been to, especially flying into Seattle, which I've never been to. And then of course cruising to Alaska. And it's like I have no idea what to expect, especially weather-wise, and what I should wear and all of that. And I'm just like, you know what? It'll be fine. We will have a great time. I have to keep telling myself that. We will have a great time. We will have a great time. So, anyway. So yeah, all this stuff has been set up since Saturday. I never put any of it away because I was like, oh my gosh, I have to re-record. Okay, let's move some stuff over here. Hide some things so you don't get any surprises. Actually, with the camera, the thing was so much smaller, you couldn't even see most of my shirt. So, anyway. Yeah, this is a birthday present from my mother. And my dad, too, I should say. But, it has been hot these last few days. Let's see. Last Tuesday, we had a deluge. I mean, the skies opened up. It was a heavy rain. And then, of course, the humidity that comes with it. I mean, Yes. I know Florida has a lot of humidity too, but there's just something about the corn sweat, which is a thing. It really is. Oh, you know what? Everybody has it bad, no matter where you go. It's like there's certain things that just make the climate what it is. Yeah. Normally I do not complain about the heat, because I want to complain about the cold. But since I've been going through perimenopause and just I overheat at the drop of a hat, it's just this summer has been bad. And it doesn't help that it's been a higher temperature most of the summer. But anyway, enough about the weather. Okay, let's talk about other things. But yes, well, I do have to talk about the weather more. Last Sunday, so not yesterday, but the Sunday before, we had a power outage. Just my house and down that way. The other houses were fine. The houses that way were fine. So I meant no air conditioning. Yep, that was fun. We actually left for a while. We ran some errands and we did things like that, to get out of the house. So for 5.5 hours, we had no power. Yep. And I just noticed my hair sticking up. It's going to be one of those podcasts because I want to hurry and get this done before I sweat to death. But yesterday we combined with the other church that shares our church. I should say the other congregation that shares our church. We combined with them and we had a church picnic. We were at another park and it was a lovely day. But I was very sweaty when I got home. And I didn't have to grill. Like poor Belle. He was in front of that fire the whole time. So yeah, I felt bad for him. But he didn't. He was, yeah, I'll do it. Da, 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 da. Here we go. Da, da, da. So yeah, it was a great time. We had a little bit of worship. Ryan gave a little sermon. For those of you who are new, my husband is a pastor. And we just, yeah, it was a great time. And then came home and we rested. We just chilled for the rest of the day. And then today we had a storm go through. We had a storm go through Saturday night. Like the lightning was nonstop. The thunder was nonstop. The thunder was loud. And it's like, well, I'm glad this is going through now and not when we're supposed to be at the picnic. And we're supposed to have more storms go through later. I may have already said this. I don't know. But anyway, that has been my life. And now that the picnic is over, Ryan and I are focused on our vacation. So we're leaving on Thursday, going to Seattle, going on an Alaskan cruise. I have stuff to show you for that as well. Oh, another thing. For those of you who follow Hannah from the Cozy Cottage Crochet, she has created a make-along, and it's called WIP School, so Works in Progress School, and it is so you can get stuff done. Like you get points for working on it so many minutes a day or whatever. So I've been very excited about this. Like, oh, let's work. How can I fit my WIPs into this subject? So every week she has a new subject, and you are to work on your WIP that fits that subject. Of course, I don't call mine works in progress. They are makes in progress, but same thing. So week 1 was math. So any, geometry. So there's different shapes. So if you have like a triangular shawl you're working on, or a rectangular shawl you're working on, she said use those. And then week 2, which was last week, was history. And she said to use your oldest whip. Okay, I can work on that. That's not a problem. But she is encouraging shenanigans. So, cheating, in other words. So I was like, well, since history is my favorite subject, and I'm working on a crocheted lady who is historical, I'm calling a shenanigan, and I'm going to work on that. And then I have another project that I needed to work on for my cousin. And I'm like, and we have a lot of history together, my cousin and I. So I'm counting that as well. So anyway, and then I worked on, once I got those 2 finished, then I worked on my oldest project, which you will see all of this. So let's get started. Oh, and this week is art. So she's like, just be creative. If it has lots of color, or if it has some artistic bent to it, I guess. I'll put a link to all her videos down below so you can figure out what you want to do, like how you want to interpret art. I already have my projects ready to go, although I won't be working on them till the end of the week. But anyway, so shall we get started with the yarny goodness? I think we should. Starting with finished objects, I have 2. So first one is my crocheted lady. Yes, I finished another lady. I am almost through this book. So excited for that. And this historical figure is a very awesome lady. I will link, the History Chicks did a podcast about her. I will link that down below as well. So you can listen and hear about the life of Joan of Arc. So, per usual, Carla Matrani, who is the author of this book, she puts quotes in for the ladies, every lady that she does. So the quote here is, "One life is all we have, and we live it as we believe in living it." And so, without further ado, here is my finished Joan of Arc. And I will say, this hair, not a fan of how it was made, but I just thought, oh, and she's so cute. She's so cute. I love this. So yeah, so Hannah of the Cozy Cottage, she's making a sweater. We have to do slip stitches at the end to do the cuff around the sleeve and around the bottom. She's like, I hate doing that. And I was like, yeah, that's how you get this in the middle. Like, look, it looks horrible. And this on the side, ugh. But anyway, follow the instructions. And I only had to do slip stitches for 5 stitches. Can't imagine doing it for 16 or whatever she had to do. But yeah, but my Joan of Arc is done, and I'm so happy about that. I don't know what keeps falling over there, but it sounds like it's in the air conditioner, and it freaks me out every time. So I'm hoping it'll still work. Second finished object is, my cousin sent me this pattern. Oh, it's stuck under my notes here. I need the first page. There we go. So my cousin just recently lost her dog. I can't remember what kind of dog she was. Her name was Whiskey. But Whiskey passed away. She was 17 years old. So that's a long time for a dog. And also, You know, we came upon the anniversary of us losing Daisy and Dixie. So it's just been one of those times, you know. But this is the pattern that Tiffany sent me. I will link what I found. I'm not sure where she bought this. There's no author or designer's name on here. I found something that I think is it on Etsy. I'll link that if you want. But let me tell you, I did not like this pattern at all. Like, and thank goodness I'm experienced enough that I can figure things out. But still, when it says, like, sew the tail on as shown, but it's just a black blob. What? That shows me nothing. That tells me nothing. So anyway, I figured it out. My version's kind of meh. Tiffany says she loves it. That's all that matters. And so here's my little whiskey. Now I did worsted weight instead of the velvet weight yarn that it required. So it's worsted acrylic. There's the tail. Oh, and that's another thing. The tail pattern said for like the first, you start off with a magic ring, you do 6, then you increase to 8. And it tells you how to increase to 8. And then you do that for 8 rows. And then for the next 20 rows, no, not that long. You go until you have 20 rounds. You're supposed to have 20 stitches, and it doesn't tell you how to increase from 8 to 20. And I was like, well, that's not gonna work. Like, this is the perfect size. When I got to round 8, I was like, yeah, I'm done. That's the perfect size tail for her. Anyway, so yeah, there's my little whiskey. And I need to get that sent to her soon, along with the other stuff I have to send to her. But anyway, I do not recommend that pattern. I will link it if you want to try the other ones. It's fine. But yeah. Don't do it. And the designer, like the Etsy shop, looks like a bot kind of thing, so not sure how much I trust it. But anyway, now on for make some progress. I have a bunch to show you. We'll start with my oldest making progress. This is also fit under the math category as well. This is living in my Van Gogh Starry Night bag. This would actually count for art, I think. Shenanigans, it's in an art bag. If I have time to crochet at all this week. So in here is my Beatrix shawl. She's one of my favorite history chicks. The yarns that I am using, the main color is from a dyer that no longer dyes, so it's like, why even show you this? But it's super fine yarn co. It's 80-20%, so it's 80% superwash merino knit and then 20% nylon. And this is the color. It is called Earth Angel, and it's green and blue, and it just makes me think of Beatrix Potter. The other color, whoop, don't want to lose that. For the border, I'm using Cascade Heritage. Let me show you the right way. It is 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend. The color is 5615, or in other words, blue. I really love this blue. Like, that is a gorgeous blue, I must say. So here's my shawl so far. I have not done a lot on it since the last time I showed you, but maybe whip school will whip me into shape. So here we are so far. I started the border. I decided to do a little bit more open I might just alternate these rows where it's like more open and then a little bit more closed and then more open. Just use a lot of that blue to make it, yeah. So yeah, so last time you saw, I was here. So I've done 3 rows. Woohoo! These rows are taking forever, even if you're doing double crochet chain, double crochet chain. So that is my Beatrix Potter shawl. Oh, there we go. Put that away. Second, making progress is a newer one. Here it is. This could also work for art as well, living in my Frida Kahlo bag. This is the Just Feel Cozy. Yes, the Just Feel Cozy wrap by Kalisha Ryan. It's part of her Just Feel collection. So you have the Just Feel Better, you have the Just Feel Festive, and you have the Just Feel Cozy. The yarns that I'm using for this, I have a lot. I have 6 colors that I'm using. But the first color that I'm using is Emma's yarn on her Simply Spectacular DK. This is 75/25 merino nylon blend, and the colorway is terrazzo. I threw it in an old sock to hold my cake together, but I'm thinking I'm gonna frog this and start over. So I followed the pattern. It is a granny ripple, and actually you can see it right here. This blanket here is the Just Feel Cozy blanket version. And here's what I have so far. I feel like I went one too many. Like maybe if it was this wide. Like took out one extra ripple, I think. I'm still debating about this. So it's been in timeout for a bit. But I like crochet granny stitch, even if it's in a ripple, is just, there's something satisfying about it that I love. So now let's go to my other problem project. Not that it's a problem. I'm just having issues with it. I'm having issues. So it's just a mess from last time I podcast. Which, yeah, anyway, we won't go into that. It's living in my twice sheared sheep. I almost poked myself with the needles. These are the flamingo socks that my mother asked for. I found the pattern on Pacific Knit Co. from her Jungle Doodle. There's the flamingos. Aren't they cute? They are so cute. However, I did about 7 rows of the pattern of the color work. And I was like, I better make sure that these will fit. Like you can put these on. Because I do my socks toe up. And I was going to do the color work on the leg. And my feet are bigger than my mother's. And also, especially around the toe, I have really wide toes. But a really narrow heel. They're frustrating. But, so I went to put it on. Snug around my toes. I was like, that's not a problem. Because mom's toes are very narrow. But trying to get it up over my heel was a problem. And I think it would even be a problem for my mom. So, these are my socks. I usually do my socks two at a time, which I started out doing. And then I split because I was like, I'm not going to be able to handle all of this color work if I'm doing 2 at a time. So I split to 2 different needles. So last time you saw, I was here, and so I finished the heel, and I started the leg. I also have a problem with a big hole right here by the heel. Yeah, these are just gonna have to go into timeout for a while, Mom. You will not have these by your birthday. I'm so sorry. So yeah, here's the start of the color work. It is so tight. It's so tight. But, I mean, look how cute they are. The little flower here and then the legs that have started. Yeah. Okay. That's just gonna have to wait a while. Although I do need to get these needles so I have needles for my projects coming up. I will figure that out. So flamingo socks are a big boo right now, but I want them done. Like I want to be able to do this, and just got to figure out how to make it better. Anyway, that's covering up my notes. But yeah, specific Knitco hair doodle stuff is so much fun. My next make in progress are just some vanilla socks. These are something that I can do no matter what. So they are living in my avocado bag from Slip Stitch Studios, RIP. They don't exist anymore either, which is so sad. But the yarn that I'm using for these socks are Premier Fruits. These do still exist. I am doing the colorway Strawberry. So if you can see how it's striped up down there. This is, 93% acrylic, 7% PBT, whatever that means. But that also means that it's very stretchy. So here's the yarn. Like, it is a bright red. I love it. I'm not a red person, but this bright red, I like it. For heels, toes, and cuffs, I am using a stash bust, and now my yarn is all tangled. So it's a brown that I found in my stash from a previous project. So these will be like chocolate covered strawberries, which are my favorite. So here's my socks so far. Last time you saw I was here, so I haven't made a whole lot of progress on these, but yeah, see, look at all the tangled because I've already done this before. Oh, okay. So strawberry socks, vanilla socks, easy to do. I usually take this to church with me and knit during Sunday school. My other make in progress. I don't have a whole lot to show you, but I started this on August 2nd, which was 1 year ago. We lost our cat Daisy. She passed away. So that's August 2nd. August 3rd, it was 3 years ago that our other cat Dixie passed away. So, like I said, so August 2nd and August 3rd, I just worked on this. This is my cat doodle beanie. Again, another pattern from Pacific Knit. So this is the one I picked. She has a whole bunch of cat patterns, cat colorwork patterns. So I picked the Pouncing Kitty and a ball of yarn. Because you know, you just gotta have it. The yarns that I'm using, I do not have the yarn band for. I don't think so. But it's Cascade Heritage. And it's, which is 75.25. And this, I believe, is the colorway Plum. And then this is the colorway Lavender. Using socks again to hold my cakes together so they don't fall apart on me. Yeah, I love those. I love purple. These purples are so pretty. I have not gotten very far. In fact, I have just gotten to the part where I'm going to start the color work. So yeah. So I've done the brim, and now I'm on to the hat. And I'm ready for the color work to start. And I just haven't had the brain space or the time to just sit and like really look at it and work on it. So yeah, I was hoping to have this done, but no. Nope, I don't think I even touched yarn Saturday and Sunday. Well, I touched yarn on Saturday when I recorded this podcast the first time. But this cat doodle beanie is living in my Disney cat bag that I love so much. So, with that, my last making progress is cross stitch. And I found this company on Etsy, the shop on Etsy. They do all these fun office cross stitches, which are just, they crack me up. Now, I am the database person at my work, and I work with Excel all the time. And so I can't wait to have all of these done and up around my desk at work. Like, that'll be so much fun. So I already have one. I finished it about a month ago. But this is the newest one that I'm working on. Show me the data. And it just makes me happy just looking at it. Now, I will say I don't have much done. Yeah, this is all I have done. And I'm working with Black Ada. So yeah, this is a whole lot of fun. I don't know if you can see here, there's the dark brown start of the grid. I would just want to make sure I had the width correctly. And then we'll go. I started to grid the Ada. There's tutorials on YouTube on how to do that. And I just got so lost. And I was like, nope, we'll just wing it. We'll just make this work. My needle minder is this cute little purple cat, which I love. So yeah, those are my makes in progress. I'm very excited about those. Some just need to get done. Been working on them way too long. No, it's fine. But after talking with Ryan, I think I may hold off on one project. So we're getting ready to go on a cruise. I always take new projects with me that I work on, and it's like I kind of work those memories into that project. It's like whenever I'm like one of the first pairs of socks I made was on our first ever cruise to the Bahamas. So like when I pull those socks out, it's like I remember making these in the Bahamas. Like, it's so fun. But we were talking about like making sure we condense things so we have room for souvenirs and all of that. So I may not take everything. Yeah, I may just take the two. We'll do that. Decision made. You will never know what you missed out on. So, I always take a crochet project. Boy, those bugs are loud. I always take a crochet project with me to the airport because I have a fear of my metal needles being taken from me. So, I take an aluminum crochet hook. They never flag it. So, my project in here. It's neon and it deserves a bright, fun bag. So yeah, so this bag is perfect. This is a present from a lady from church. Her name is Lori. Hi, Lori. She made this cute bag for me. I love it. And inside is going to be the Carolina Chevron Cowl by Jennifer Rosenfeld. I have made this project before on another cruise. But when I started it, I did a chain, and you can totally tell where I started because that part is not as stretchy as the rest of it. So I'm going to redo it again, or I'm going to do this pattern again, and I'm going to start it with the foundation single crochet, which should give it a lot of stretch. That'll be great. And the yarn for this, the yarn for this is from RMR Yarn Co. Oh my god. So this is from my friends Yaks and Rue, RMR Yarn Co. I love their colors so much. This is on the Yaks base. So it is 75% extra fine superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% Lorax, which gives it that sparkle. And this is the colorway A la Briquet. Of course, I cannot roll my Spanish R's for anything. But anyway, yeah, just look at these neon gorgeousness. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I think this will fit the art prompt for whip school. Yeah, I think so. Very excited to get this started. It's just gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. And then my other project that I'm going to take, yeah, I just decided we're just going to work on two. Very similar colorway, I should say. Yeah. I always take a pair of socks with me, so I can just, like, I've always pictured myself, when I think about my Alaskan cruise, sitting on the observation deck, watching as we sail through the glaciers, and knitting on these socks, like, and I've always pictured what I was gonna wear when I, sometimes, you know, yeah, daydreaming, I love it. But these socks are gonna live in my Wonder Woman bag. This is made by me. Has a fun bright cherry yellow in there. For fun bright cherry yarn as well. So the main color for my socks is Ba Yarns. It's Brenda and Heather, B and H. Yeah. Look at this. Oh my gosh. So this is on their Pegasus base. It's 100% superwash merino, but it is self-striping. Like, look at this. And the colorway, Hold Me Closer, Tiny Rainbow. Like, oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Self-striping yarn is amazing. You just go, oh, I just need another stripe. I need another stripe. For my heel sews and cuffs, I'm going to use Leading Men Fiber Arts. It's their Showstopper base, which is 75/25. And this is the colorway Ice Ice Baby, which, considering I'm going to Alaska to look at glaciers, perfect. And then to put it with this, like, looks like a bright blue sky with a rainbow. Like, oh, these are gonna be so amazing. And I will always remember I was in Alaska when I made these. So, so that is my other project I'm taking with me. I just need to make sure I get some sock knitting needles. So, with that, that is everything. Like I said, I think Ryan and I are going to vlog our vacation. So I will, if that happens, because you never know, things may change our mind. But I think Ryan really wants to. So that'll be a separate channel. I will link that down below. Once it's started, I will let you see what it's like. And then, yeah. So I will see you after my vacation. And I hope you have a great time wherever you are. I hope you have some cool weather coming your way soon. And yeah, so I will talk to you later. God bless. Bye. Look at how sweaty I am. Ugh.